To be honest, as soon as I graduated, it's quite hard to find jobs, and for there to be an opportunity where we can get to train and perhaps even go into a placement was something that I really wanted to get into.
Well, I was applying for jobs for maybe 2 months, and there was something wrong with the way I was applying.
Yeah.
So I was told that probably coming here will help me find out what exactly I'm doing wrong.
From the actual training days, I've learned a lot of skills about myself in terms of leadership and team working. So I've learned a lot about the theoretical side of, just rediscovering yourself and being able to apply that through CVs and interviews. But also now I'm on a placement, I'm putting in practice what I've learned from my course. So a lot of IT skills into an IT environment. So I'm getting a lot of hands-on experience.
Well, I've got a lot of things. First and foremost, I've got a lot of confidence to present myself and to organize all the positive things I have about me.
Yeah.
And also those small tips of how to do the CV, how to present yourself.
We are going to the Teamwork and Leadership Day at the Army Barracks in Manchester. They're going to be doing command tasks that the new officers basically have to do these tasks to prove that they've got certain criteria, certain skills, communication skills, problem solving skills.
I wasn't very confident before I took the graduate gateway before. I was not very confident about my skills, even though I had skills, but I wasn't confident enough in bossing them around to support them with some other ideas or stuff. So I wasn't very confident about my knowledge I got, about the skills I got. And doing the graduate gateway kind of opened my mind to be more confident, and also communication. I know I can talk a lot, but sometimes I'm not talk. But doing the graduate gateway, one of the part that was actually very nice was the communication. Which I learned about my presentation skills, which I know I've got, but I wasn't very confident enough. So basically it's all about confidence, which I think I've gained in the graduate gateway and the placement too. The army was my favorite part. When we won the army, the first thought I had, oh my God, we're going to climb on walls and shoot guns and stuff. But basically it's just give you tasks to solve outside the classroom. It's to see how you can put skills actually in action, practice. Leadership, communication, teamwork was actually great. That was my favorite part in the graduate gateway. Yeah.
I enjoyed the Army Day. I think that was something very different, very interactive, something very different from just, the way you deliver lectures or workshops where you're just talking. It's a very different and fun way of doing a workshop, and I think you learn a lot more about yourself, especially about team working and leadership, so you learn to develop them skills.
I enjoyed, like most of the people, I enjoyed the Army Day. However, I think I've enjoyed more the opportunities to talk, because this is something that it was really problematic for me.
I think my part achievement was to find my strength and weakness, because it's something that I've never actually sat down and reflect on it. And I think for me to sit down and reflect on what is it I can do and can't do was something I was very, very proud of, because I don't do that quite often. I just sit and just don't look at it. But I think that was my proudest achievement, to reflect on what I do every day and find my weakness and strength in everything.
I think the last day when I undertook an initiative to stand up and present myself without being forced to,
Yeah.
It was like a courage I didn't have before. So I was kind of proud of myself.
It's really engaging all this, getting all the skills that I've been, all the knowledge that I've been taught and putting it into my work experience and my actual placement. There's things that I thought I couldn't do. To be honest, once I studied, I thought it's not something I'm not going to like doing in a placement, but actually going into the placement area and really using them skills, I feel like, I can actually do it. So yeah, for me, it's an achievement. For someone like myself who didn't do an industrial placement, for me it's valuable, because to be honest, I went into the placement feeling a bit unconfident because I've not been in an IT environment before. It's the first time I've been, and I was a bit scared. I was like, what am I expecting? Because you're only taught things, you don't know how it's going to be like in a work environment. So when I was there, I was scared, but I was very lucky. I had very good employers, very supportive, and they've given me a lot of mentoring. And I think someone like myself who hasn't had the placement definitely helps. But even if you had, it's an extra bonus. So yeah. I think with the experience, it's never it should never be degraded. It's always important. But I've learned that, you know, it doesn't matter what situation you've been in, whether it's something quite trivial or something very big, you can pick a lot of skills out of that. So I've learned some very important skills, but also learned to think about, you know, assess myself as well. So and apply them skills to, you know, different areas. So my CV writing's a lot better.
I have already recommended it to a lot of people, and after each training I was going back home and I was telling my friends how it was, and they were really impressed with it. And yes, I keep on recommending it.
If you're not quite sure, you don't know what skills you got, just go to the Graduate Gate one, that will help you.